Hey guys, back here again today, and we will be looking at the sophomore album NOIR from St. Louis to Chicago rapper Smino. It's been a little over a year since his debut Black Swan dropped, and that really got me and a large amount of other people really to pay attention to him. It's really what got him onto the scene in a big way. And since then till now, he's come out with a few just one-off singles like New Coop Who Dis with Mick Jenkins, as well as Coop Sayern. New Coop, I really could have gone without. It wasn't that great of a track. But Coop Sayern, I felt, was a bit of a return back to Black Swan, and kind of what made it so good. All the highlights of that album kind of combined into a new track afterwards. So it kind of got me, just kind of leapfrogged me over to the next part before the album. And a little while after that, he released the lead single, L.M.F, or Lion Mufasa. And then a week within the release of NOIR, he released Clink. Lion Mufasa gave me some reassurance about the album, kind of just to make sure that I was like, okay, I am still going to like this. He's not just going to kind of have a bad sophomore album like I expect a lot of people to. And with like really organic production from Sango too, it really kind of led in the right direction. And it's really all I needed to really feel comfortable coming into this and not really worry about what was to come. The album clocks in at just under an hour at 58 minutes, only 5 minutes shorter than Black Swan, and it actually has the same amount of tracks as Black Swan at 18. The album opens up with the sensual ASMR piece from Smino's girlfriend Jean Doe, which then jumps straight into a really light beat that Smino raps over and then eventually just kind of morphs throughout the song into something else, still a bit more light, just kind of keeping the same feel, just the instrumental just kind of changes out a little bit. While I was writing the script for this, I kind of had a hard time deciding where to start, because it was like all the production, there's nothing that really seems so connected at the start that it would be a good lead. Like all the production is sporadic enough to be fresh and new and different, but isn't too different to kind of just be a stray cat everywhere. For example, Clink's beat is mainly comprised of clinky noises, light guitar, and a tastefully done screechy chorus. While Verizon, the last song on the album, keeps the same aesthetic but uses a completely different palette to tell the story. A stronger faded guitar and a whiny vocal chop that's been pitched up to a squeak kind of come in and make this song feel the same yet different from everything else on the album. And a lot of the songs have that same kind of niche to it where it's all just a tiny bit different but in a big way. But the two tracks that I think do have the best production is We Got the Biscuits and Z4L. Biscuits tacks on a light wiry synth on an already sufficient instrumental to really kind of add another level that makes the song so listenable. Z4L's primary feature is a synth pulled right from the EDM artist Medicine's files of his computer, sounding identical to stuff that he would make. The only common occurrence I found on the album, it's still pretty sparse, but I did find here and there like a really light wavy synth on the songs like Pisano and Merlot. Something happened after Pisano though, the 11th track on the album, where it seems to just kind of fall off a little bit, where every song just kind of misses a little bit, either with the chorus, the production, or the verses. They all just lack just a tiny bit, and with Skidos especially, with some really odd lyrics. Outside of Skidos lyrically, the album does do pretty well. It could use a tad of touch-ups here and there, but for the most part it is pretty clever and witty. The album does feel like a little bit of filler too, considering there is 18 tracks, and on a rap album that's always a lot. On almost any album that's a lot, and getting near an hour with 18 tracks, that can kind of get repetitive towards the end. However, the golden egg, the thing that bypasses every other flaw here, is Smino's beautiful voice and delivery in this thing. His odd flows stick out like a sore thumb sometimes, but it still works even though it shouldn't. It's just fantastic. Singing in the middle of rapid raps, he just has a keen eye for knowing when to put in odd-sounding vocals. The extra effort in this thing is so obvious too. They put so much work that they didn't need to. That was just unnecessary, but the overall form of it has just improved so much, and it gives Smino and the entire project just so much more character and style. After a strong start with Black Swan, NOIR bypasses all the expectations with several head-turning songs to keep fans interested. A few issues clog up some moments on the album, but nothing really kills the style or vibe or the flow of it whatsoever. So in the end, I'm going to give this album an 8. So let me know what you thought of the album, what I should review next. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. and click my Twitter and SoundCloud as well. And I will talk to you guys next time. See ya. Bye.